Dear students, welcome to the e-learning session. This initiative is taken by Cambridge International School, the SUA. I am Navdeep, working as PGT Informatic Practices here. Today we will learn about iterations in data frame. Before we start in detail, the question arises here in this term, what is iteration? So iteration is nothing but a looping concept. What is looping is that where we have to repeat a fixed number of steps again and again. The second term here is data frames. Students, we already covered this data frames. So data frame is where we can represent our data in a tabular form in the form of rows and columns. Python has basically two data structures here. One is data frames and second is series. Next, what are the topics that we have covered till date? Students, in the earlier lecture we discussed what is indexing is clear, and how we used indexing. Indexing is just for for accessing each element in the series, and how to access each element in the series. The indexing helps in this direction, and we can also select a part of a series rather than the full series. That is, we call it as subset of a series, and then we applied different mathematical operations like addition and subtraction on the series. Hope you have gone through the examples and you have practiced this on the Anaconda platform. Now, coming back to the today's topic, that is iterating over rows and columns in Pandas data frame. You know that a data frame is consist of rows and columns. Now, how we have to iterate means accessing each row and column with the help of a loop. So what iteration does, basically it basically accesses the elements one by one. Clear? It can be a data frame, it can be a series also. As discussed, a data frame consists of rows and columns. Similarly, in dictionary we iterate over the keys of the object. No, in what happens in a dictionary, we have keys and its corresponding values. So with the help of this iterating process, will be accessing the each element one by one. Now next, students, we can apply this process in two ways. Clear? In Pandas, one is iterating over the rows and second is iterating over the columns. So we can apply the iteration process row wise also and column wise also. So we will go into details. First we will go to the first method, that is rows method. Here we will iterate through the data frame by rows. So iterating over the rows. So in order to iterate over the rows, we can use three functions. What are these three functions? We have iteration items, iteration rows, and iteration tuples. So these are the three functions we have. So first we will focus on the iteration rows. Iteration over rows using the iteration rows method. Now moving to the Pandas platform. Dear students, I have already written a program here just to save the time. Clear? So what is this? The first step is import pandas. So we have created here a dictionary using list. So this is a list, and combined together this is formulated a dictionary. So what is the step number 2? We have converted this dictionary to the data frame. Clear? Using this my function data frame, and I pass this dict as a parameter to this one, and then finally I have printed the data frame. Now what this data frame basically consists of? It consists of names, degrees and score, and on the corresponding side you are finding out their index value. So this is the names. I have passed the names Aparna, Pankaj, Clear, Sudhir, Diku. So you can see here their degrees and their corresponding scores. So this is simplest one. We have already gone through how to create a data frame and then just to display the information. So what is all about this program consist of? Now students, moving on to the today's question. What is the today question is iteration over rows using our iteration rows method or function. Step number one is, as we have already gone through how to import pandas, that we are doing in our all the programs. Step number two, we have done in the earlier program also, how to create a dictionary, clear, using list. Then what we have did, we have converted the same one to a data frame, clear. And now whatever the data frame we have created, we want to access its rows and columns, clear. You can see here in the earlier part, this is our data frame is, and its rows are, this is 1 2 3 4 rows, it has 3 columns, name, degree and score, these are the columns. Now we want to access all these two ones, rows and columns, using my iteration row method. So what is the next is iteration. What is, we have discussed what is iteration is loop. So we have already gone through in the basics for loop. So for is, we have taken two variables I and j, clear. For I, starting from j in my df stands for data frame, and now accessing its rows using iteration rows method, and then continue this loop by print ij, clear, representing its rows and columns. And then finally we have a print. Why this print is? Just to go to the next line. When first row is displayed, then go to the next line. When the second row is displayed, then go to the next line. So this loop will continue, clear, for the exact number of rows we have in the data frame. 4 rows are there. So when you execute the above code, you will find this sort of output. What this output basically contains, students see, clear. This contains row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4. So if you are finding any doubt before going into details, I am here referring to the same NBA files. In the earlier part also, see the students, we are going in a very structured way. So this is our NBA file containing the columns name, team, numbers. From here only we have taken the examples in our subsequent two programs. So coming back to the Python platform, you see here next is, what is, I have created a data frame. You see here in this data frame we have called the NBA file. The NBA file that I have showed you now only, that contains the record of National Basketball Association in America, so its players records. So first is import pandas, then is with the help of read CSV functions, I have given the path of my file where I have stored my file, clear, and then I have just displayed my data frame, clear, using this data object dot head. So head contains the top lines. How many lines I have mentioned here? 3. So 3 rows of the NBA file. So you see in the output part, clear, this is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3, this is their labels, name, team, number, position, age, height and so on. So these are the attributes of the NBA file, clear, with the 3 rows. Now the question is how I am going to use iteration rows method in the accessing the files, how to apply this on the file. So file, what is file is, our is NBA file. So students, have a close look at the next example, that is the iteration rows. This operation is now basically applied on the file. So first look at the program, importing the pandas module, then is making the data frame from the CSV file we have already gone through. The most important thing here is the loop, clear. For again the I am using two variables I and j for accessing rows and columns in the data, that is my data frame, and then the method apply here is iteration rows. So print I and j, clear. So rows and columns, and then is print, that, then go to the next line. You see here in the output part, first we have a, clear, this is the row number 1, clear, and they are their corresponding labels. Then we have a row number 2, clear, and these are their labels and then their corresponding values. And see, in the next part we have a row 3, their labels, their values, then finally we have a row 4, row 5, and so on. So you see our program here is that I have accessed the rows of my this NBA files using iteration row method. Now next students, then we have a second function, that is again iteration over the rows, now using iteration item method. Now how this method works, in order to iterate over the rows we use the iteration items. So how this here is basically the key thing is there that we access using each column as key and value pair with the label as the key and the column value as a series. So this method basically first works on the column wise and then it pair with the corresponding label as a key. You know that we have basically two terms, one is key and then their corresponding values. So here label acts as a key and the values in column act as a, this we can compare it with the series object also. Now we will move to the Python platform to demonstrate its example. Now in the Windows platform, I have now started with the same earlier example. Clear? So what is this? Import pandas. Then we have a dictionary, created a dictionary with name and their corresponding values. So students, in dictionary it is very important to use the terminology that here name is acting as a key and these Aparna, Pankaj, Sudhir, these are acting as its values. So this degree is a key, these are its values. Similarly, score is a key and these are its corresponding values. Now again, I have converted this dictionary into a data frame and then with the help of df, I have converted into a data frame and then finally displayed the data frame. Now students, coming to our major topic, that is, here I have already written the program. See here I have used this is for iteration items. Now we are going to focus on a particular item wise operation is going to be performed in the looping. So dear students, the step number 1 is import pandas. Then this is the dictionary we have, no need to go into details. Then this is converted into data frame. Now coming to the core that we have added in this, you see here iteration over rows using our iteration item function. So see here in this loop in play, like in earlier one we were having I and j. Now it is replaced with the keys, keywords, key and value. Key and value, no, this is name is acting as a key and these are its values. Similarly, degree is key and these are its values. So key and value in the data frame. So this is the data frame that you can see here. This is our data frame we have. Clear? So using this key and value in the data frame, print key and their corresponding value. So key is my representing a column and these are my corresponding value. Column is basically name and then its corresponding values. So see here the output is student is coming here name, clear, and their corresponding value. So name at the 0th index value, the name is Aparna. At 1 index value, the name is Pankaj. Then at 2 index value, the name is Sudhir. At the 3 index value, the name is Kiku. So like similarly, the same step, key and value is processed for the column number 2 degree, and here this 0th is representing the my index value. This is the degree MBA. At 1 index value, the next degree value is BCA. So these are my degree is my key and these are its corresponding values. Similarly, the operation is applied on the score side. Dear students, the same process now we will apply the operation, we will apply the same iteration items we will apply on the file, that is the NBA file. So see in the program, so that we have already discussed earlier also. So this is imported pandas, then with the read CSV function we have imported the file NBA file, and we have assigned it to this data, and then what we have did, this data frame we have displayed for data visualization. Dot head function. Head function basically displays the top rows. How many rows? 3 rows. So you can see here in the output part, when you execute this code, you will find 3 rows. These are its labels or column heads. Clear, name, team, number, and so on. And these are the 0, 1, 2. These are its rows. Now students, moving to our main, that is iteration item. How the iteration items is to be applied on the NBA file. You see here the first step is same, the second is CSV imported the file, and then is in a for loop we have used now keys and values. So key represents my, what is it, is representing the label part, top part, first row. Clear, that is containing all the labels, and then their corresponding values. Value is represented here by rows. So here first item is name, its corresponding value. The second item is team, its corresponding value. The third item is number and its corresponding value. So this operation is for row number 1. Similarly, you can see the next operation is for row number 2. So again first was 0, then is 1, again name, team, so on, and then moving to the next is row number 3, clear, row number 2, and so on. You will find in the output all the rows, clear, but now they are coming item wise. Item wise, here the item is my name, its corresponding value. So all the result will come row wise, but here item is represented by my label or column. Clear? So these are the corresponding term that we use here. Now students, we will switch over to our third function. So dear students, the final function for the today is that is the iteration tuple. So basically this again picks up the whole tuple. This function represent return a tuple, clear, that is the row from the data frame. So the first element of the tuple will be the rows corresponding index value, while the remaining values will be the row values. So first value will be the index value leftmost, and then its corresponding values of the rows. So you can easily see in the example. Then we will switch over to the Python platform. Now students, again we start with the data frame, clear, and the same simple example is the data frame with just 4 rows. And you see here now we have the next program is using intertuple method. So you see here first step is import, then is dictionary, clear, again converting the dictionary into the data frame. So going back to the question here, so here is my iteration is iterating over the rows using now intertuple function. So again start with the loop. Now we have just one variable I that represents now a row, clear, and in the data frame, which data frame that we have converted here, this is my data frame dot, my method name is intertuples, and then print. This will print a simple one row, and it will start with the index. So when you execute this code, you will find this sort of output, clear. The only difference is now we are getting the result row wise starting with the index value. This is my index value, then we have my corresponding names row wise, similarly the degrees, clear, and this is my score column, and output I am getting row wise. So this is how it is different from the earlier function. Now the intertuple will be applied to the this NBA file. Again in the NBA file, what do you have to do? Just import the file, clear, and display the first 3 rows, clear, using the head method. So how this intertuple function is applied to the NBA file, clear. So first step is import pandas, then is to convert and read the file and convert into a data frame data, and then is again starting with a loop for I is equal to starting from I in this data frame, and method is intertuple. Intertuple, what it does, it selects a whole row, and then this print function is just printing the whole row. So now you see here you are finding out the first row with the, you can see this is not the first row. First row will start with the index value 0. So see here, my index value here is 0. Clear? First row, then is the name, every, its team, Boston, and so on its values. Similarly, you can see the second row with the index value 1. Clear? Then is its name. So the information here is coming tuple wise. Tuple is what? Tuple is a row. Clear? So this is, you are getting the results, and the only thing is there that the first element will be the index value and then the corresponding elements of the NBA file. Clear? So this is how the index value 1, 2, and then 3 and so on, it will keep on going as my file is. So this is all about how I am going to access all my elements in a data frame using the row wise operation. Here students, we have today covered three major functions: iteration items, so that picks up a particular item, then is iteration rows and iteration tuples. So you can easily find out their differences, very small differences are there. Clear? So you need to know what is a, basically what is a dictionary is, item list is. So the basic knowledge is very important. Hope you have understood the concept. Still you find any doubt, you can consult me. At last, I thank you all for attending this session. On the behalf of Cambridge International School, the SUA, I thank you all. Thanks.